Welcome back. This is my second playthrough on this. Well, not really second playthrough, but second time playing this game. Let's get into it. The end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Oh, I know all this. Let's skip. Okay, we're back at the office. Okay, let's see if we can do something else. Different. See, I don't know, because the time never changes on that. Okay, here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I noticed something.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Come on, narrator. Shh, 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 shh. I noticed that phone. That's the same phone that was in that one room where I had to call, I guess, my make-believe wife. I don't know. Because the narrator is being vigilant. Alright, let's go. Let's race. Let's try to beat this narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, I did. Alright.
Yet there was not a single
blah, blah,
person
blah,
here
blah, blah.
either.
Not listening.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, he didn't. He's going downstairs. I never went downstairs before. So, we're gonna try this. Oh, what's this? A letter. Can I read the letter? Oh, it looks like it has some important information in it. Nope, it's not. That's...
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no
Yeah, where's the
reason at
competition
all?
in that?
None of it made any logical sense.
Huh?
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yeah.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Going around in circles.
He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons.
This
I
is
may
the
as
end?
well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Yeah.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming
is this
about
the
a
end?
voice
Come on.
describing me, thinking about how
Yeah,
it's describing
just
my
restart.
thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course,
Is this what happened to all other people?
How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility
Come on.
Stanley is
We're gonna do
awake
start the
right
car.
now
Get
as
out of
he's
here.
ever been in his life.
Wait a minute. How's the car get here?
Now,
Oh,
hearing
here
the
we go.
voice speak these words was quite a shock to
I'm
Stanley.
gonna just stop.
After all, he
Let's
knew
see
for
what
certain,
happens.
beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control,
Yes.
that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to
Time
be
to get
over.
back to work.
Let me go back to my job.
There you go.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
Come
I
on.
am
Let's
normal.
go.
Everything will be fine.
Wait a minute. I'm moving around.
I am okay.
I'm moving around. Okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is
What?
Stanley.
Oh
I
my
have
God,
a boss.
come
I have an
on. Is this
office.
supposed to
I
be
am
funny?
real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be
It's
real.
getting
I
red.
must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And
Nice.
everything went black.
There you go. Good. This
This
game
is
wastes
the
a
story
lot of
of a
time.
woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself,
Wait a
and then
minute.
collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
How did I
Though she
have
would
no
soon turn to
shoes?
go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she
I
considered
got black
the
shoes,
strange
but
man.
when I look down,
He was obviously
I didn't have any
crazy.
shoes.
This much she knew. Everyone
That's
knows what
visible.
crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this.
Oh my
So it was
God,
only
this is
a
what happened
moment
to the other
that she
people.
stood there,
They died of
staring down at the
boredom.
body,
That's
and then she turned and ran.
they jumped out the window. This guy ever gonna Okay, let's not go that way again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Oh
mean?
God.
Stanley decided to go
Okay,
to the
come on,
meeting room.
Stanley, let's
Perhaps
go.
he had simply missed a memo.
Ooh, new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
For my YouTube. That's what it means. Oh, what? Uh-oh. That reminds me of Gears of War. That way?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Nope. Didn't know that.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Oh.
The
That's what I'm playing
Stanley
now.
Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
This is boring.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Okay.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah, me too. Does it come with a pillow?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here?
What is the content?
Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more
The
ready.
new content you all paid for. This is it right here. See? Green. Green, the color green.
I have to say, initial impressions of
can't
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
This is what you guys paid for. Extra for. The jump.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, wow. Okay. I can't jump. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god. This game is made just to waste your time, I think. Is that it? Alright. That sounds like something, something like EA or somebody would do. $30, please. That'll be an extra $30.
Is that it?
Yep.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
It
If this
is
is
now.
new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Uh-huh.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Oh, I can
it could
duck
never
inside
have
the
lived up to
sign.
such expectations.
That's something.
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
So that's it. Oh, I'm guessing that's not it. Uh-oh. This game always throws you for a loop. Alright, here we go.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent!
But
I
I
want
want
to show you something.
Alright. Give me a second.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're
Yes, I
a
do.
dork anyways.
Yes, I do.
Oh, Never mind, you're not a dog.
There's a wrench. Can I have the wrench? The crescent wrench? No? Okay. So, what's that say? Coffee nut. Okay. Oh, what? Loading again. Got lots of loading screens.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What's this? Elder Scrolls.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Uh-huh. This game is... I don't know.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Good times. Yes. We're playing something else. What is this? Audience Award. It's like those older PC games. Trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Okay. Demonstration. Oh. Nope. Nominee, yada yada yada. New video game releasing today. Surprisingly down to earth. Okay. So is this it? Now you're gonna shut the door.
Is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now, a lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What's this? Memory zone maintenance. Can I go in? I remember all them buttons. I remember hitting the on button. I remember hitting the off button. The on button, I remember that. It was a countdown. Oh, well. Okay. Let's just get out of here. This is boring. Yeah. Boxes. He's gonna start talking pretty soon. Okay, yep.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Oh my god.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
Can
All
we
they
play
had to
the
do was
game?
transport it
Let
in
me play the
pristine
game.
condition along
I don't
the
want to hear about
PlayStation.
the game.
Boom,
Inside the
done.
game.
And they
I
couldn't
want to play the game.
couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Where is it? Oh my god, is it gonna be... I have to go pee.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Oh, thank you.
What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games.
Oh no.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's
It's called Progress. Let's go.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
I like this guy. I like this guy.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, I know a place where you can stick them. I can make a few inquiries about that. Oh, here we
Okay,
go.
let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Oh my god.
Dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Nope. Nostalgia can be a cruel, fickle mistress sometimes. So, how about getting me out of here? Wait a minute, what? There's nothing this way. Okay. Can I jump in there? Oh, gotta go this way.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Yeah. So do I.
A skip button.
I like these guys.
Well,
Where's that going?
Yes.
No!
Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Oh my
But
God.
that's the power of the button. The
Push
minute
it
I start
again.
to go off on a
Push
thoughtless
it.
display of self-absorption.
Hell yes.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Stanley,
Keep doing
please
it.
don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
So what?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those.
Let's try
walls.
again.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been...
Uh-huh. Let's do it again.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
Oh my
I
God.
stopped
This
keeping
game
track
is
after a year.
really
Have
is
you ever
annoying.
sat down
I
in
do
one place
agree
and
with
not
those
moved
guys.
for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
No. Is he gone? He's gone. The narrator is gone. The narrator's gone. Oh, this is it. After a long while, he dies. Stanley dies. He's done with this miserable place. Oh God, what is that? Stop beeping. Oh God, let's go. Fast forward. Fast forward.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was
No!
meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They
Please God, please
screamed.
God, please
They
God.
gnashed their teeth.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Okay, where's the door? Get me out of here. Is he gone? What kind of game is this? That's weird. This is a weird game. Okay. Is the time still going? So, time is frozen. Frozen time. All right. Fast forward.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Fast forward.
Is never the
Screw this guy. Okay. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to. This game is such a waste of time. There we go. Let's give me some more time. Let's keep fast forwarding. Fast forward, fast forward. Hell yeah. What? Oh. This is like whatchamacallit there. What is that called? What's that game called? Architecture Labs or whatever. With Portable. Portal. That's what it was. Okay, come on. Come on. How long do I have to push this freaking button? This is annoying. This is not content. This ain't content for anything. This is what actually people would pay for? Just to push this damn button? Okay. What is it? Are we out? Let's see. Does this button still work? Okay, good. So what happens now? I'm done. I've reached the end of the story. I win! Outlasted outlasted him. Yes. So where do I go? I just keep going forward. There we go. Oh god damn it. No! I'm done. I'm done for now.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
What?
Just a matter of time.
This is different. Okay, this is different. I'm gonna go look around for a few more minutes, then I'm gonna figure. This is one more restart, and then that's it. I'm done. Okay, let's go. No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Screw you.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
And he went back, and never mind. Let's try this crap again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It was, what was it? 2, 8, okay, I think I remember what it was.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere.
8,
Could he really be all alone?
5.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Yeah.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Alright. Okay, nothing here. I'm just gonna keep going. Go down. Up, whatever. Oh. This is just
Stanley
like...
walked straight ahead through the large door.
No, I didn't.
Mind
I'm going
control
this way.
Facility.
Screw that. I already know what happens
Although this
there.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No, you wouldn't. No way.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yeah.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. Let's go. Kill me. There he is. Okay. Oh, come on. Really? All right.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
That's right.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Yeah, bye. Let's go.
"Farewell, Stanley,"
What?
cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay. Well. Dun, dun, dun. What the heck is going on here? I don't know. But I'm still alive. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Take that, narrator. All right.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What are we going into now? Is this Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I see a small... The two doors. The set of the two open doors was a very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. It was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of the exploration of contradictions. Oh my god. This game goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay. In the credits, there's The Office. Okay. Yep. Button sounds. Good. 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 Great. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Okay. Is this the extra content? Hidden. Warzone. Early development, we designed an ending where Stanley ended up on the battlefield fighting aliens. The game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. Good. Realized shortly after starting the building, it was sort of too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game, plus the people making fun of people who like, which is not. All right, let's keep going. This is weird. This game is weird. This is strange. Okay. What? Okay. Apartment timer. You 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh my god. This is never ending. Oh, God. Okay. Can I get out of here? Okay, so this is...
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn this on. And turn it off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Okay, shut up. Kill me. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's it. I'm done for right now. We'll pick up later with whatever this is. Yeah. Yeah, this is a weird game. Doesn't seem to have an end to it. Why would it? Yeah, why would it? Why would it have an end to it? Yeah, this is ludicrous. Okay, see you guys later on the next one. Bye.